Every powerful desire begins with a feeling that refuses to be quiet. It shows up in your chest, in your thoughts, and in the way you start to look at your life. You imagine something more. You picture a relationship, an experience, a new level of ease or abundance, and you feel that it should belong in your world. That desire does not come from weakness or from fantasy. It comes from your inner being. It comes from the part of you that already knows what is possible. The very instant that desire becomes clear inside of you, creation is already underway. The universe begins to line up pathways, meetings, ideas, and timing that can bring that desire into form. The desire is never the problem. Desire is the signal that expansion is happening. The tension that you feel around the desire does not come from wanting. It comes from the thoughts that tell you that you may not have it or that you have already ruined it. Think of the things you want that have not yet arrived. Perhaps it is a relationship, a sense of stability, a partner who understands you, or the feeling of being met fully. Notice how quickly the mind moves from the sweetness of the wish to the heaviness of doubt. You begin to replay old endings. You remember who walked away? You remember the times you felt abandoned or ignored? You remember words that hurt you? You remember promises that collapsed? The inner conversation shifts from, "I love this desire," to "what if it never happens for me?" The universe does not hear your words. It hears your vibration. When you think about your desire through the lens of loss, you create a vibration of discouragement. That vibration does not cancel the desire. It simply slows your ability to meet it. The desire still exists. It is vibrant, stable, and real in the energetic sense. Your inner being already holds it with certainty. The only variable is how quickly you can release the resistance between where you stand emotionally and where that desire lives. You are never wrong for feeling discouraged. It is completely logical when something ended recently or when you are still tender. The important part is that you recognize what discouragement actually means. It does not mean that the universe has changed its mind about you. It does not mean that your chance is over. It simply means that in this instant, your chosen thought does not match what your inner being knows to be true. Honesty is the beginning of relief. When you say to yourself, "I feel discouraged, I feel disappointed, I feel angry, I feel confused," you are not failing. You are mapping where you are. You cannot drive from one city to another if you pretend you are someplace else. In the same way, you cannot move emotionally if you pretend you feel better than you do. Once you admit where you are, you can begin to reach for a softer thought. A softer thought is not positive thinking pasted over pain. It is a small adjustment that gives you genuine relief. You might move from "I destroyed everything" to "I made choices from the level of awareness I had at the time." You might move from "no one ever chooses me" to "I had an experience that did not feel good, and it is all right." For me to learn from it, you might move from "I will never find love" to "There are people in this world who could be a match to me, even if I cannot see them yet." Relief is the key. Relief is the feeling of tension loosening inside your body and mind. Relief is the release of resistance. Every time you feel even a small amount of relief, you allow more of what you want to flow toward you. You do not need to jump from heartbreak to joy. You only need to keep leaning toward a slightly kinder thought, again and again, until the whole emotional climate begins to shift. Many people wait for others to create that relief for them. They ask a partner to behave differently. They wait for the economy to change. They wait for the apology, the text message, or the specific sign that will finally allow them to feel better. The truth is that this has never worked for very long. The emotional place you stand in is always your work. No government, parent, friend, or lover can consistently hold your vibration for you. This may sound unfair at first, but it is actually the most empowering thing you can discover. The moment you accept that your emotional state is your responsibility, you stop trying to control everything outside of you. You stop blaming and pleading. And you begin to focus on the only place where your power has ever lived, which is inside your own thoughts. You realize that you can begin to speak in a different way. You can begin to tell a different story about yourself. You might say, "I am more open now than I have ever been. I am more aware of what I truly want. I am more honest about what does not feel good to me." These are not wild affirmations. They're simply more accurate reflections of the growth that has already happened within you. In the middle of what feels like a setback, you can start to feel the energy of determination rise inside you. Determination is a powerful turning point. It is the decision to feel better, not because the outside has changed yet, because you refuse to live as a victim of your own thinking any longer. You start to say things like, I am going to make the best of where I am. I am going to use this experience to clarify what I want. I am going to become ready for the kind of love that truly matches me. When you speak from determination, you feel a surge of strength that cuts through a heavy layer of resistance. From determination, it becomes easier to trust. You remember times in your life when the universe delivered exactly what you needed in ways that surprised you? You think about jobs, friendships, or opportunities that arrived in perfect timing. You allow yourself to say, the universe has shown up for me before. It can do it again. Law of attraction is always responding to me. If I line up with a loving relationship, that relationship must eventually find its way to me. As you practice these thoughts, they start to feel more natural. Discouragement loosens. In its place, a sense of hope appears. Hope may feel fragile at first, but it is a very high vibration compared with despair. When you feel hopeful, you have already shifted into a place where new ideas and new impulses can reach you. You begin to notice small signs of alignment. You may meet kind people. You may feel drawn to new environments. You may find yourself acting with more confidence. The next emotional step after hope is appreciation. Appreciation is not about pretending that every detail was perfect. It is about recognizing the value inside the experience. You might say, I appreciate that this relationship woke up something deep inside me. I appreciate that I now understand how much love I am capable of feeling. I appreciate that I have seen an example of connection that felt real to me, even if it did not last. I appreciate the way this experience has made me clearer and more alive. When you spend time in appreciation, you are very close to the vibration of your desire. You are no longer staring at what went wrong. You are no longer rehearsing your pain. You are no longer asking why it ended or why it did not look the way you wanted it to. Instead, you are standing in the present, aware of your own growth, feeling grateful for your expanded understanding of love. From this place, the universe can respond quickly. You may wonder what to do with all the rockets of desire that you launched during the relationship. You wished for honesty, for tenderness, for presence, for mutual effort, for long-lasting commitment. Those rockets did not vanish when the person left. They are still active. They form a clarified blueprint for the kind of connection that truly suits you. The next relationship that resonates with that blueprint will be richer and more authentic because of the contrast you just lived. Whenever your mind drifts back to the fear that it will not last, or the fear that you will shut down again, notice which drum you are beating. Are you making the energy better or heavier? The thought I will shut down again does not protect you. It reactivates the very vibration you are trying to move beyond. In that instant, you can gently pause and ask, how can I soften this thought? You might move to I shut down before because I did not yet know how to guide my emotions.
No.
I am already changing. It is all right if you need to repeat this process many times. A thought pattern with years of momentum can feel persistent. Each time it rises, you have another opportunity to lean toward relief. Every softening is progress. Every time you choose a kinder statement, you bridge the gap between where you were and where you want to be. This is the real work. It may look simple from the outside, but it is the deepest kind of inner work you will ever do. You are training yourself to care more about how you feel than about how things look. You are training yourself to feel the satisfaction of emotional movement even before any physical change shows up. You are learning to celebrate the fact that you moved from despair to anger, from anger to frustration, from frustration to hope, from hope to appreciation. When you can feel proud of your emotional improvement, you stop chasing proof from other people. You're no longer desperate for someone to validate that you are lovable. You no longer rush to check your phone or analyze every small sign. You become steadier, calmer, and more peaceful inside your own body. The energy that you offer from that place is magnetic. It draws to you people who are ready for the kind of connection you have prepared yourself for. You do not have to force yourself to stop wanting the relationship. You only need to stop suffering over the absence of it. Desire is healthy. Obsession is simply desire mixed with fear. When you soothe the fear, the desire goes back to its natural state, which is light and exciting. In that state, you can think about your future partner with warmth without pain. You can imagine your life with them without the sharp edge of lack. The universe responds most quickly when you are relaxed. When you no longer demand that the desire must appear in order for you to feel whole, you finally become a match to it. The energy of "I need this in order to feel good" keeps it away. The energy of "I already feel good, and I look forward to this unfolding in perfect timing" invites it in. So your single most important task is very simple. Choose thoughts that feel a little better. Reach for relief again and again. Trust that your inner being has already claimed this desire as yours. Understand that every time you release resistance, you step closer to a rendezvous that is already arranged. Love is not testing you. The universe is not withholding anything from you. You are learning how to allow. You're more capable than you know. You're more loved than you realize. You're far closer to the relationship you want than your current mood may suggest. The desire is already written into your future. Your only job is to become the version of yourself who can comfortably receive it. Feel better first. Let relief be your priority. Let hope grow naturally. Let appreciation become your resting place. When you do this consistently, the relationship arrives as a natural consequence of who you have become. You did not chase it. You did not beg for it. You did not force it. You allowed it. And that is the way every desire in your life is meant to meet you.